Some stories begin with a miracle, others begin with observation. This one begins in a stone courtyard in 15th century Spain, where chroniclers described a boy who understood the calls of the birds that gathered above the monastery roof. The monks recorded the incident, not as legend but as a natural curiosity, something they witnessed, something they could not fully explain. In medieval Iberia, bird calls were studied with surprising seriousness. Naturalists such as Albertus Magnus wrote detailed accounts of avian signals, the sharp alarms of starlings, the territorial clicks of sparrows, the rising winter warnings of finches. Monastic communities often tracked seasonal shifts through careful listening. Within this environment, the boy's ability was not treated as magic, but as an unusual form of skill. Morning light spills across weathered stone, illuminating a thin, barefoot child standing in the monastery's open court. Birds gather on terracotta roof tiles, starlings, in restless clusters, sparrows hopping between columns. The child tilts his head, attentive. He imitates a starling's alarm call. Short, rapid bursts of sound. The flock reacts by altering its flight pattern. Modern ornithologists confirm that, when pitch and cadence are precise, human mimicry can influence flock behavior. In a quiet scriptorium, parchment pages lie open, written in late medieval Castilian. The monks note, a phrase consistent with surviving documents in regional archives, that the child reproduced bird calls with ordered accuracy, labeled as behavioral observations. Their handwriting is deliberate, more scientific than devotional. At the forest edge beyond the monastery fields, the monks test him further. Winter approaches. They ask him to echo the sounds that signal early frost. He listens, then produces the thin rising chirps of goldfinches, tones that appear before sudden cold fronts. Weather historians verify that medieval communities relied on these auditory cues to anticipate seasonal shifts. Today, scientists recognize several conditions can heighten auditory perception: hyperacusis, perfect pitch, and certain forms of Savant syndrome. Each allows for unusually precise sound replication. The boy's abilities, once written down as a curiosity, now fit comfortably within known neurological explanations. Yet the monks also wrote one final line: that the birds grew calmer when he spoke, gathering closer rather than scattering. Some believe it was coincidence. Others think the child simply mastered the subtle rhythm of the natural world. Perhaps the truth rests somewhere in the quiet space, between instinct and understanding. Maybe, they thought, the world speaks more often than we realize, if someone is willing to answer back. Hi, it's Chini. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, follow, or subscribe to get notified when a new story drops. It's also the best way to support our channel.